What separates Patrick from mere mortals who have played this game?
I mean, genetics. Worked very, very hard. Unbelievable skater. Loves the monotony of the game. Great, great human being. I mean, you go on and on. Lucky with injuries, the whole thing. But hard worker, great pro, great person. So important for this team. It's not even funny. And I'm not even talking about what he does on the ice. It's fantastic.
The kind of stuff that he does with Mitch and Austin, like taking him in.
You mean in Cap and everybody you're not hearing about?
Yeah.
Like everybody? Yeah. Or any trainer or any coach or anybody who would look like they might be tired that day, or, I mean, just anybody. He just flat out makes you a better human being by walking by you. So to me, you know, where he's from and his mom and dad and how he's raised and all those things are probably huge parts of that, but you can't replace that stuff, and especially with a young group. And if you want to win, you got to have people that do it right every day. It's hard to do it right every day. Imagine doing it right every day 82 times, where everyone's watching you. Every time you make a sound, every time you do anything, there's a microscope all over you. He's that good.
Did you know that from coaching him at the Olympics, or is this?
Well, I had him, first time I ever had him, coached against him was in Seattle. Then I had him at an all-star game when he was 17. I've known him a long time. I'm from Saskatchewan. He's from Saskatchewan. You know, all those things for a lot of years. That's why he's here. That's why we went after him. I mean, obviously he's a good hockey player. I wouldn't have gone after him if it wasn't. But it was the intangibles that made it so important for our group to learn how to do it right.
How different is the dynamic against Boston with Bergeron and Charles?
Well, it's different for sure. I mean, last time we played them, I thought we started great. They jumped on us. We had played the night before that, what do you call it, the game at home, and traveled in there, and we weren't as good as we wanted to be in the second half of the game. They scored twice on the power play. I think, you know, anytime you look at people like Chara or Bergeron, those are significant pieces. But they have other injuries as well. And so, you know, the bottom line, there's a game here tonight. I saw them play against Montreal. It was a way different level than the Philly game was. The Philly game was night and day different, level-wise compared to that game. That game was competitive. People were after each other. It was high-end skill. It was totally different. So tonight should be a lot of fun.
Given the schedule and given injuries and how the season, just how the length of the season, how much we always say this is like a measuring stick game or whatever it is, but how much can you take away from games within the season?
Well, I think you guys, you say measuring stick and you say playoff game. Only playoff games in the playoff. But there is games that you look at, like players. I know for a fact when we go in and play some games, just by how the guys are vibrating, that it's a real game. So we're playing Boston. It's the division game today. I think if we have all our pieces and they have all their pieces and you're playing head-to-head, I think it's different than it is today. And saying all that, it's the game we're playing. It's the most important game of the year because it's one we're playing. You don't want to hear any of that. That's the facts.
Where has Gautier's game evolved most throughout this season?
Well, I think just understanding the speed and the pace. You know, he's just a kid trying to figure it out, right, and trying to get better. Coach won't even play him on a penalty kill yet. I mean, you know, there's lots of things you got to overcome. But I mean, if you're Johnny 2 days ago versus today, like one game doesn't make a career, but one game might give you some confidence, you know. So it's all about confidence and earning your way.
What's the decisive sense?
I assume he'll play. No, he's sick. You know, some guys miss when they're sick. Z's ultra competitive. I don't know.
What was it like coaching Bergeron against Nashville?
Well, it's great. I mean, all those great, smart players that do everything right and great human beings are great to coach. I mean, the first time I had him was 04 at the Worlds. I had him in 10. I think I had him in 14. I had him in 16. Every time he can play with the best players. He can play any position. He can look after the best players defensively if he needs to. He can play on the power play, can play on the penalty kill, can play 20 minutes, can play 8. Says the same thing if you play them both. Good man.